nanyanga jagangan ngayanga banjalangan wala bolgay minje borgay ngayanga wije bor ngayanga waya bor ngayanga gumbay gar iye gar ngay dangari gor bogor ngayanga wa bor ngayanga wajalega ngayangu jingala wijaga. Hello, my name is Lewis Walker. I'm a custodian, a caretaker from the east coast of the mid-north coast of the Bunjalung Nation. 13 rivers that I belong to. I speak 13 different tongues of my rivers. Too willing to share the knowledge of the North Star, the South Star, and the Morning Star. Understanding who we are, what we are. That we are one blood. Ngayanga story. Ura ngayanga yabargan. As we sing. Ngimburgayanga yowargan. As we dance. Nimburgayanga waburgayanga bubugay. Ngarugayanga. Nanyanga jogurgan. Bogargan. So as I come from my country down to the South Star, dreaming to share stories, songs, dances, of where I'm from, I'm a river man. I'm also an ocean man. We are all spirit of the water people. We are all born 100% in water. So that's why many rivers to me is so sacred. Our waterways, what we drink, is so sacred to grow our food, what we eat. So bugar ngayanga yabo ngayanga kangalega. A song, the understanding song. Just the elements that we understand and what we walk upon, what we talk about, and what we sing about. Ngayanga, I'm going to share a song. Ngayanga kakangalega. Yubo nga yogan wa Yubo nga giban nga Yubo nundu nga Kakangalenga nga Kakangalenga Understand the spirit sky, the spirit sun, the spirit moon, and the spirit star. Ngayang agangalenga, ginang ngayang anga, wajale ngayang anga. Nga jagani Gangalenga Gangalenga yanga Understand the way you walk and talk, the way you sing and dance. Respect this man. Understand Ngayang bu ngayang nga wajale ngayang nga Ngayang nga gangale ngayang nga wujyo ngayang nga bagal ngayang nga yawan ngayang nga jaga Bugal bayang ngayon. Thank you. Ngayang bu ngayang nga yabro ngayon Ngayang nga yabo Google gan. Google gan is the didgeridoo in my language. Some mob call it the Yadaki or the Yiriki. Bubugan Jalegur, that's my language from the didgeridoo. So I'm going to share another song through the didge, a story. Before Europeans came, there was a song, a dance for many tribes, for many rivers, and we used to walk and share all around country, from the north, south, east, west, to share stories, a song, a dance, trading our clothing, our instruments, but mainly it was stories and songs, universal law, a song. What we call Yorubol ngayang nga gabergan. Yorubol ngayang nga Yorubol galegan. The enlightenment that gave us life today. So I'm going to sing a song for the didge. If I had a didge player, I can sing it in language. But yo again. Kalimona ngenga kayandenga ngenga ya jagonga yowe yowenga yowe yowe ngamamanga ngaya na mamanga ngaya ngaya jargona ngaya yowe yowe ngaya yowe yowe ngaya jogarni ngajugar mamanga ngaya ngalenga jagang ngaya mamang Your way, your way, your way, your way. Hey, 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 So this is a song, another song about when the Europeans first came to our country, yeah? This is when I first ever seen a European man on a horse. A four-legged beast with two heads, with a tail. Before I spoke English, I spoke 13 different languages. At the age of 14, I spoke English, proper English, the language that I'm speaking now. But my proper English comes from the heart. Yawe. Bugar ngayanga ngaya baragay. A story about the Yadaman. A Yadaman is a horse when he came to our country. Early hour of the morning. And there's a dance about it. When the people were asleep, all they can hear is a thump. No thunder, the old people said. Got up and woke everyone up and told them that there was a four-legged beast with two heads coming. And this is the song that I learned and a dance that I share. Ya Barkain. Yarmanga, in the board again, Nimbuga, Yarmande, and I am going to Gandu. Apalande, Abaranga, Yarmandu, Yarmandu. Ayarmande, Ayarmando, Ramba, Jambigo, and a Bagaranga, Ambalange. A younger boy, Wargendo, Ayarmandi, Gaba, Ayarmango, and the bear, Ayarmandi, Gaburande, Abalangura, Ayarmange, Gabu. Google Bear, my language means good thank you, eh? And that's all I like to share with you, just two little stories, eh? Thank you for listening. Google Bear.
Thanks, Uncle Lewis. Can we get one more big round of applause for Uncle Lewis from the Northwest Coast? Bundjalung people travelled a long way to be here, and so has everyone else from the 10 Embassy. Uncle Lewis from up around Byron Bay. Uncle Chris come from Alice Springs. I come from Adelaide. Rodney's come from Bega, South Coast. A lot of people have come a long way to tell these stories. And continuing the oral traditions as well. We've got brothers from Brisbane. We've got brothers from pretty much every part of Australia. We've got aunties from Tasmania, Cape York, Africa. Yeah, basically all over the world. So now pretty much like we're going to have some of the uncles up on stage, and if anyone from the 10 Embassy wants to come up here and say a few words, we're just going to wrap up and tell a few more stories about what we're doing at the 10 Embassy now and leading up into Anzac Day and the Frontier Wars. And Uncle Chris is probably going to mention again that we're going into Alice Springs to close the US military base called Pine Gap. Should just be a pretty simple walk in the park, I reckon. We'll see how we go. The US military is usually pretty friendly, so we should be right. And yeah, we'll all be up there later in the year, so there's a bit to say about that. But yeah, please, uncles and whoever's from the 10MC, come up on the stage, and we'll finish off, and we'll do a bit of Q&A as well, questions and answers if there's any questions. So welcome back to the stage, everyone who's coming. Let's get some seats, eh?
Oh, and with the Pine Gap facility, it's actually what we're going to do is just change the last name, and it could be the US Base Facilitator, for the world to come and sit down, and we can all sit down and facilitate something. Hello? Oh, no, you're right, Reg. He's still looking for his speech. But actually, he doesn't really need one, you know. Once he gets up here and start talking, we can talk. But one thing about the Pine Gap facility, or facilitators, is that when the people from anywhere come tell us, what we are preparing to do and what we want to do is carry on from the healing into a unity where we're going to expose and open up our doors, our history, and our past. And we're going to have our smoking. When everybody comes, we'll go through smoking ceremonies, we'll go through healing, and then we'll show a bit of information, like I said here the last time, about the Finke River, the oldest river on this planet. And any piece of rock you collect there, all you have to do is just crack it, and there's a fossil inside it. And there's also sandal tracks ingrained there in one of the rocks. And I know my ancestors never wore sandals, you know, so they belong to someone. And it's in the western part of Alice Springs, and that's where the Lutheran Church was set up. And the old people used to listen to them from the church, the preachers, and they talked of Jesus. And this man, you know, that wore these sandals, and they said, oh, he come a long time ago here, and he was initiated, and he learnt the law of this land and took it back there. And there's tracks to prove it. And we have a lot of other stuff in regards to Egypt, the pharaohs. You know, our country is the oldest, and our history is the oldest. And we are the oldest race on this planet, and we want to open those doors up so white Australians can learn the real history of where they come from. Okay. Rodney? Are you still with me?
Yeah, has anybody got any questions they'd like to ask?
Feel free.
Feel free to.
So what's your next step in your campaign to get those artefacts returned?
Well, I've pretty much run into a dead end with the British Museum, with the talks I've been having with them. So I've been talking about the next step is maybe going over there and trying to get a meeting going with the trustees of the British Museum and just try to, you know, let them know what the shield means to our people and to everybody in Australia. And I'd like to be able to go over there and just, explain to them what it means. And I'd like to take, you know, a delegation over and, you know, so we can talk about other stuff too as well, like, you know, maybe getting some of the bones returned, you know, asking them about Pemulwuy's skull, you know, stuff like that. No, it's all worth, it'll be worth going over there and trying to get, you know, the media involved over there, uni students and that, you know, just trying to do what we can.
What support do you have from